Defenses disrespected Rajon Rondo, daring him to shoot.
Well, Rondo, see how he's palming the basketball right there? There's no daylight in between there. He's just shooting it with all palm.
In a league where three-point shooting has rapidly become a foundation today, Rajon Rondo has once shot a nasty 20% from three-point range in a season. He was a terrible shooter, but Rondo still made an impact with his basketball IQ and an innate feel for the game. In fact, Rajon Rondo is one of the most intelligent players ever.
High-level basketball IQ.
Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
But how did Rondo go from the NBA's worst shooter to becoming the smartest point guard ever? Let's go back to his early life, where the first hints started to show. Rajon Pierre Rondo was born on February 22nd, 1986, in Louisville, Kentucky. Life wasn't easy. His father left when he was 7, and his mother worked the graveyard shift at a factory tirelessly to make ends meet. That kind of childhood is not easy. It makes you grow up fast. It also makes you learn how to read people early, which, as it turned out, is a pretty good skill for a point guard. And no one realized it yet, but that same skill of reading people he learned as a kid helped him win his second championship. Reading opposing coaches, to be exact.
I'm never going against the players. I'm looking at the coach and what he's saying.
During his playing days at Louisville Eastern High School, you could already see the Rondo instincts. As a junior, he averaged roughly 27.9 points, 10 rebounds, and 7.5 assists. Those numbers don't lie. People started to notice his playmaking and how he was able to manipulate the defenses for the best shot. But Rondo wanted better competition, so he transferred to Oak Hill Academy for his senior year, the kind of school that turns high school stars into future pros. At Oak Hill, he did something remarkable. He broke the single season assist record with 494 assists, while averaging a double-double. His feel for the game and court vision was so good that his team finished with an undefeated 38-0 record. Coaches at Oak Hill and teammates saw more than stats. They saw a kid who could anticipate where everyone would be 2 plays from now. One of his high school coaches later said, "Rondo could solve math problems in his head without showing his work." And on the court, that translated into an uncanny ability to see the whole floor. Scouts praised Rondo's game, yet every compliment came with the same reminder: he couldn't shoot. Despite that, Rondo blocked all negative criticism to focus on the next step of his career, college. Rondo chose to play for the University of Kentucky instead of Louisville. For most players, joining a famous basketball school is a dream, but sometimes the fit matters more than the name. At Kentucky, he had talent, but Coach Tubby Smith used a slow, half-court style that didn't suit Rondo. He was a player that wanted speed, who wanted fast breaks, who wanted the game to feel wild, not slow and planned. Still, Rondo adapted to his offense and made an impact. As a freshman, he set the school record for 87 steals in a season. Got at least one steal every game. Once again, his shooting was never there. Rondo shot 27% from 3 and 57% from the free throw line. The question from scouts after his sophomore season was simple: can a guard who can't reliably shoot survive in the NBA? Rondo's answer was to declare for the 2006 draft. Draft night in 2006 really changed everything. The Phoenix Suns picked Rondo at 21, but right away, they traded him to the Boston Celtics. Coming into the season, Rondo knew there would be a lot of bumps in the road. The Celtics were a young and rebuilding team who were still trying to find their identity. Their star Paul Pierce was injured most of the season, so Rondo took on the heavy challenge to help lead this team. The determined Rondo started off the bench, but with his flashes in pushing pace, playmaking, and defensive instincts, he finally earned the starting spot. More minutes meant more production for the young guard, and he took full advantage of that, controlling the offense with his playmaking and setting the tone with his defense. Finally feeling like he is making great progress, Rondo ended the season making the NBA All-Rookie second team, top 10 in the NBA in steals, and top 10 in rookies in multiple categories such as first in steals, second in assists, and sixth in minutes. Rajon impressed his coaches and ended the season on a very strong note. But would he be able to carry this momentum into the next season? Then came the summer of 2007. Boston made a decision and shook the league by trading for Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett to join Paul Pierce. The Celtics suddenly had a big three, and as surprising as it sounds, they handed the keys to the offense to Rajon Rondo, a 21-year-old with a suspect jumper. That season, Rondo averaged roughly 10.6 points, 5.1 assists, and 4.2 rebounds. Those are useful numbers, but his impact was deeper than the box score. He managed egos, he set the pace, he made Pierce, Garnett, and Allen better because he put them where they needed to be at the right time. He wasn't the star scorer, he was the engine. And then playoffs began. The 2008 playoffs showed a far more confident Rondo, and his play on the court showed just that. The second-year point guard's tasks were to guide the big three with pace, pressure, and poise. Rondo became the engine to make sure Pierce, Garnett, and Allen got all their touches and make sure everybody was in the right spots. Rajon had the highest postseason assists with 172 assists, controlling the tempo. His breakout game that postseason came on Game 6 versus the Lakers, when Rondo stamped Boston's title with 21 points, 7 boards, 8 dimes, and 6 steals. It was the blueprint for the legend to come. The first full glimpse of playoff Rondo, the youngest starting point guard since Magic Johnson to win a ring. It was pretty evident that throughout his career, Rondo was a playoff riser. But this postseason exactly was when everything changed. 2009 first round playoffs. Bulls versus Celtics. 19.4 points, 11.6 assists, 9.3 rebounds, 45% field goal percentage, 44% from three. This was the birth of playoff Rondo. Keep in mind, Rondo is still in his early 20s, playing along 3 veteran stars, putting up numbers like this. But then comes the 2012 playoffs. Rondo has 16 double-digit assist games, 4 triple-doubles, and 4 15-plus assist games. In Game 2 versus the Miami Heat, Rondo dropped 44 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, 3 steals on 66% shooting. Playoff Rondo was real, but it was in the little things that truly made him special. Being able to see rotations before they happened, knowing when to slow the game down and when to burst forward, telling teammates where to go, not with words alone, but with every pass. I mean, to be honest, watching him was like watching a conductor. Subtle movements, perfect timing, total control. After 8.5 seasons in Boston, things changed. After tearing his ACL, Rondo bounced around the league with a bunch of one-year deals. Started with Dallas, and ended up in Sacramento, Chicago, and New Orleans in 2017. This time frame caused a lot of confusion in Rondo's career due to the lack of chemistry with the new teams. And it showed as Rondo became involved in a lot of on-court antics. But the second breakthrough of his career would happen again, with the franchise people least expected. In 2019, Rondo signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. People raised eyebrows. A former Celtic playing for the Lakers? Yeah, same here. But in the 2020 bubble, the Lakers won the championship. Rondo played a crucial role off the bench. He became a steadying force, a veteran voice, and a playmaker who could ignite the second unit. If LeBron wasn't in the game, Rajon was in the game, making sure the offense was controlled and the pacing was exactly how it should have been. Rajon Rondo is very good at reading people and their schemes. It turns out that LeBron and Rajon had a very unique plan to win the championship.
It wasn't like, oh, we're going to beat the Heat or we're going to beat the Celtics. It was more so, if we can outcoach or, we can outcoach or outplay the coaches.
With that ring, he joined an exclusive club, a player who has won championships with both the Celtics and the Lakers. The franchises are historic rivals, and Rondo now had titles with both. Rondo's brain naturally invited talk of coaching. He ran player-only practices, mentored young guards like Trae Young, and after his playing career, he even served as a guest coach for the Milwaukee Bucks under Doc Rivers. Players and coaches alike have said he could be a high-level coach. LeBron James once said Rondo could be a coach right now. Doc Rivers described him as a natural fit for teaching the next generation. And if you ask me, coaching seems inevitable, but Rondo is human. He has family, and he's picked careful steps. He's been part-time in coaching roles and seems to be pacing the transition the way he paced his play on the court, deliberately, with thought. Is a pretty good skill for a point guard.